Hello everybody, it is GipsterBoy5 on the main channel once again. I know I look a little bit homeless this evening, I will have a shave after this video, but it's not every day that a game studio releases the source code of a game to the public, even when it's about 20 years old at this point. Think of games like Super Mario 64 with the L is real conspiracy theory. Approximately 24 years after the game released, the source code got released to the public and it turns out L was actually real. There was a full model of Luigi in the game. But this video is about Team Fortress 2, not Super Mario 64. Nearly a month ago, the source code for Team Fortress 2 got released to the public by Valve themselves. And one of the best threads for you to read right now is on the Team Fortress website that summarizes this. Mod makers rejoice. We've just released a massive update to the Source SDK, adding all the Team Fortress 2 client and server game code. This update will allow content creators to build completely new games based on Team Fortress 2. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to make this video is to go in depth about why it's a good thing and a bad thing, as I'm sure you guessed by this title. Now, Team Fortress 2 source code getting released to the public is a good thing in the case of creativity and innovation. As we all know, Team Fortress 2 has had a long-running community that still goes on to this day. And now putting the game fully in the hands of the community is going to lead to some big changes. We might even get some new updates. We could finally get the heavy update. But it could also lead to the point where we get ISIS simulators with demo men just blowing up in each other's faces for the sake of winning the game. Or we could just get full-on furry porn. And this could lead up into a change of quality. With so many creators creating new things for Team Fortress 2 every day, we have things like workshop items, new maps, new suggestions for game modes. An overabundance of content could possibly divide the community right down the centre. Some people will just move away from Team Fortress 2 entirely, some people might still enjoy the game with all the stuff that's getting posted out. And of course, since Valve has released the entire source code, it could get up to the point where they stop coming up with official updates for the game. As a result, putting the entire game into the hands of the community. And not only that, it could lead to some vulnerabilities in regards to people's IPs. We could get a lot more hackers showing up. We could even have another bot crisis on our hands. Or not even that, it could even get to the point of a Rainbow Six Siege incident where people are just sending packets down people's routers and committing a federal crime just to get everybody kicked off of a single game. But once again, in regards to new mods, it could be a good thing. As I've already stated, since Valve have basically released the SDK themselves, they are encouraging content creators to come up with new mods just as long as they get released for free. There have been some occasions where Valve has been banning some TF2 related mods over the suspicion that they have used leaked source code. Which is because, in the past, there are some versions of TF2 source code that have been leaked without their permission. And if some mods have used the leaked source code, then that could lead up to some pretty bad legal issues, but that is no longer the case. And one of the other things I found out recently is that supposedly the new TF2 SDK also has access to the player's inventory, as you can see in this video right here by Casper. If you're playing a mod such as Open Fortress, the mod knows that you have access to items such as the Pyro's helmet or the Spy's fedora, and you can use those in the mod, which is really cool. And once again, with the source code going completely public, we could get brand new updates for TF2C and Open Fortress. Maybe even a new update for Pre-Fortress 2, one of those TF2 beta mods. That is something I would really like to see. Not enough people are playing that game. That mod even. But once again, it could add a little bit of longevity to Team Fortress 2. We could get new players, maybe even some returning players, with the amount of new content that's being pushed out by the community. But as I have already stated, it could split the community right down the middle. I mean, if anything, in regards to Team Fortress 2, I would love to see a lot of new content. I would love to see new guns added, new maps, new game modes. I don't know, maybe even bring in a 10th class, if it's possible. So I think overall, TF2 being released to the public, is it a good thing? Arguably, yes. And I think that's a good thing. But once again, you can make your own conclusions. I might have over-exaggerated some things, I could be blowing things out of proportion, but once again, make your own conclusions. But personally, I'm alright with Team Fortress 2 the way it is. I don't have brand loyalty to this game. I just play this game for fun, the same with Halo. But obviously, I think to the more experienced and die-hard players of TF2, they are probably going to start wanting more. And I think this is the best time as any, just to get things out there, you know what I mean? So if you wanted to make that Team Fortress 2 mod you've been putting off for ages, or maybe get into some new game modes, or make new maps, Team Fortress 2 source code going public, now would be the time more than anything. But I think I have said all that needs to be said. If I think of anything else, I'll add it on later. But if you like what you saw for whatever reason, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Share with your friends and family as well, it helps out the channel a bunch. If you have any other suggestions for any other videos you want me to make next, or any games you want me to play on the second channel, let me know in the comments, or join the Discord server, link in the description. This has been Gipster Boy 5. Make your own conclusion. TF2 is now public, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later. Bye.